great to have you with us. Our travels have taken us to the
Alright, so here we go with some defensive lessons. First important thing is always put pressure on the ball constantly, because that leads to mistakes like that one, and look for fast breaks. Player man in.
Well, Derek, as is always the case, the team that dominates midfield will be the team that controls the flow of the game. And that, for me, is the area that's key today.
Yeah, so we're back on defense. Should have made that shot. Pressure on the ball, especially by the forwards. So make the forwards work. Don't just leave it to the fullbacks. Jump here. Nice header. It's a good header. Anticipate where he's going to go. Pressure him. That's what you want. Pressure him. And another fast break. Beat this guy. Nice cut back and Dembele score. The other thing I think you want to look at with defense is your formation and the cleanness of your formation. So when you got a guy coming at you, which I'll show you in a few minutes here, you want to have multiple guys in a line around him. You have one guy, let's say you have 3 defenders. You have one guy out in front pressuring the ball, and the other 2 guys should be in a nice line. See if I can show you that formation, that idea. So what we're doing here is we have our 3 guys. And we pressured him, and he gave up the ball. Watch for fast breaks against you. Get that alignment. Now I beat my guy, so I came in too far. It's a bad idea. Nope. Pressure the ball, pressure the ball, pressure the ball. Every second you pressure the ball. It really works. Get some fast breaks, some speed going. And there you go. Easy score. So our first guy is a pressure the ball guy. Try to have quick control changes. In other words, quick on the red arrow. So I always try to have 3 defenders, at least in alignment. I overshot that guy. See how I have 3 guys there? And then 3 guys there. And then 3 guys again. So the cleanness of your formation is very important. So he shoots outside that 18 while he's on the run, and he's got no chance. And the guy's in.
Mbappe with it. Theo Hernandez now. And France come away with it. Camavinga.
See to beat him. Score. So incidentally, what we're doing is we're playing a legendary level, but I think the name of the team is Accrington. So it's a pretty bad team, but still legendary is difficult. So it still gives you a battle if you don't keep up on the game. You sort of have to watch every minute. All right, let's get into our next defensive lesson. I'm going to intentionally here make some mistakes just to let him get in further. Well, I was going to try that. There we go. Stay on that guy. Now, be careful not to get trapped with your fullbacks. You don't want to bring your fullbacks in too far. Then you don't have anybody protecting the goal. Now, I know with Theo, he's so fast that I can bring him in a lot. But the bigger fullbacks, you don't want to do. See how you had two guys? And what he does is he kind of gets trapped. There's nowhere to go when there's three guys. So always attack the ball, always have three guys in a line around the ball. Here's a little bit more drill in on the line. What I mean by the line is don't have a cluster of guys clustered together closely. Rather, spread them out enough where it makes it hard to get in between the guys. So let's see if I can show you that here. So we'll try to get over top of them. We did. We got the ball, but I'm going to just give the ball up. I'm trying to get the ball up. I'm trying to give the ball up. He's not taking it. There we go. See, don't leave any holes. See, nice alignment. Spread your guys out. Switch back and forth between them. Don't let this guy have anything on you. And what we want is to get part of his body as well, because that stops his forward momentum so he can't get through. And when he takes a shot, make sure the only shot he's got is right at the goalkeeper. Watch when, you know, it's a shot that could be in the edge of the net, like right there. That's a perfect example of what not to do.
The action continues, and no shortage of goals. 3-1 as things stand. Theo Hernandez.
You see, sometimes just that little nick of the foot with the ball is incredibly powerful. So you don't always have to just have a big body tackle against the guy. Sometimes it's just enough to nick the ball to get it away from him. So here I'm trying to penetrate. That was a stupid pass. So I'm still watching my threes. See, I'm attacking the ball. But when you have three guys all the time, it makes it very difficult for an offensive guy to get very far. So there's my three, and then boom.
Good move in the making from France.
I can get that through pass through, doesn't matter. It's a defensive lesson. And my three guys, if I don't have my three guys, move one up. Don't let the offensive guys pass you. That's pretty obvious. Some of the stuff is obvious. See how I rode him off the ball? That's really important. So if you ride him off the ball, and I'll explain what I mean in a minute, you can avoid getting a penalty by just slamming its body. Rather, always be going for the ball. Okay, watch your alignment. There you go. There's my three guys. And it just seems to work with three guys. See, now he nicked the ball, so he did a really good job there. He couldn't block my body. I was pretty much by him, but he just got a toe on the ball to stop my forward progress and take the ball away. There I happened to guess right. So I'm just kind of probing for weaknesses in his defense. I pulled Mbappe back and not in time. So my biggest weakness is offsides. See, I tried to call him back and then pass it to him, but I didn't give him enough time. So I got a little lucky with that interception.
No way through. He's very adept at protecting the ball. Well, he could give it away. A foul it most certainly was. Free kick
I
given.
guess that was an offensive foul. Passes both when you're moving the ball up and you're either offense or defense. I want to be a little bit unpredictable. Sometimes the rapid fire passes are really tough on the defense. Some of the better guys will do that. See, it doesn't take much to stop a drive. You have to make all the sensational plays. Get a foot on that pass. It's good, pretty good through pass, but a little too much. Okay, so here's some more lessons. So watch what I do here, the D-pad. See on the left, the quick tactics. I'm trying to do offside pass by doing up arrow. And so that's what we'll be doing as soon as we have the ball. We'll always be bringing the defense up. I can't do an offside trap because now I can. See, offside trap. So what? And watch that line. So see how the line is coming up? Keep your guys. Oh, and he got through. So, not good. It's a little hard to talk, but keep your alignment. 3 guys. 3 guys. Spread them out a little bit. Block that near path to the goal. And when you think you know what he's doing, or going to do, try to guess. Okay. Oh, he got it. So, this is not a good example of good defending. I left that open just for an instant and he went through. All right. So halftime 3-2. Take a quick look at the stats here. 8 shots for me, 5 for him. Pass accuracy 89, about the same. Dribble success a little bit better for me. You look at the possession, that's where the difference is. So you can see France is constantly near the guy's 18, whereas the heaviest hot spot for him is around midfield. So a lot of penetration, that's important on offense, but that's a different video. All right, let's get back into it. Oh, here's something worth mentioning. And we'll be doing offside trap and looking at formations here in a second. But first, let's look at always keep one fresh fullback. So right now I have 2 fresh fullbacks. They're pretty good, but one of them has to go soon. So keep an eye on that. And this tactic is a 4-1-4-1. I don't want that. So 4-3-3 holding is good for me. And then I have to edit that because Coman is not a striker. So I can switch with Mbappe. And now we're in better shape. So we got that. Now one more thing about formation. Now this is a personal thing. It's not always a fact, hard cold fact, but let's go back in again. Oh, it's 4-1-4-1 again. Gee whiz. I want that. 4-3-3 holding. Okay, there we go. Now let's go one more second here, team management. And what we want to do is tactics. That's what we want. Edit tactics. And so if you're playing in seasons, you either play, you only have 2 choices in seasons. You either play balanced or you play counter. In my opinion, I mean, short passing can work depending on your style of play, But when you do counter and you can get quick counters and catch the opponent's offense off or defense off, then that's the way you can get a lot of goals in seasons, and that's the way people score on you, which comes to defensive approach. And here, you play seasons or anybody that's really good, really fast breaks, you got to move that line up. So I personally recommend a high line of 70 is excellent. You can go manually here, and you can go to like 75 is really good. Even 80 is good. Or you can just go back to that again. Or you can just go aggressive 95. Now, if you're not real confident on defense, I wouldn't do that. So I recommend keeping it high, and 80 is excellent. So what that's really doing is stopping the fast breaks, particularly in FC25, because if you have your guys way back, he's got all kinds of room to pass and run and send a through ball. There's just too many ways he can score on you. But if you keep a high line, half the time, both AI and seasons guys will have an offside call against them. So a high line really is tough. A good way of defending. So we're going to save those changes. Now we're going to get back into offside trap. I constantly hit the offside trap button. Really important. So you see, every time I'm on defense, I'm going to be hitting the offside trap.
Well, that's advantage France after the first 45, but plenty of time for a few twists and turns before this one is over.
Also, this probably is good for offense and defense too. I find that a light touch on the buttons when you're passing, it's really a good way of passing. For some reason, it's just more effective. A nice fast through pass and a hit by Mbappe. It's a nice light touch and passing, but I think that really applies to taking the ball out of your backfield as well. So there's some kind of statistic where, in real life, in Premier League, 40% of all goals happen from a mistake in the backfield. In other words, they didn't get the ball out of their backfield properly, and the ball was either stolen or tackled, or, a counter occurs. So getting good momentum, clean momentum is really important, and I think there's a lot of tricks to that. That's another video of how to get the ball out of your backfield, particularly against these good players. Try right stick switching when you can, because then you can be very specific about who gets the ball. That was easy to predict what he was going to do. I send Dembele with the L1 switch. Now I'm wide open, man. Dembele again. Oh. See, I'm sending Conte, and Mbappe again. And one of the things about this game is, really, if you're going to play in seasons, you always want a superstar striker, because they're exaggerated. Like, Mbappe isn't just good, he's tremendous. And so a lot of balls that wouldn't go in will go in with Mbappe. With others, it won't. So a lot of the strategy in seasons is to take Manchester City and, just pass to Holland all the time, have them do a through pass run. And unfortunately, that's the way most players play. But I don't like one-dimensional. So see how I had my defenders spread out in a line. Watch this guy. We'll always watch the breaking guy. So that's where you get really clobbered. He's gonna try to come back. I'm gonna pass over this guy's head. Day to be on top of him. He'll succumb to the pressure, and boom, he got a fast break. And I'm sending these guys, so lots of room to run. That was stupid. See, I did a very predictable thing. I just ran with the ball without doing any moves. So one simple little right stick maneuver when I got that ball stolen would have been enough to put the guy off. So you don't have to be all fancy with trick maneuvers. It's just one little right stick switch. Now see how Saliba got his body in the way. So when you're defending, make sure you're aware of where your body is and where his is. And I just send Mbappe. Oh, come on. Missed it. So that's what I mean. If that was Mbappe, he would have hit that shot. So let's do more defense. Let's see, I start hitting offside trap as soon as I can. And he did a long pass, so offside trap doesn't work with a long bomb pass.
Not allowing them to come onto them. Not afraid of that.
Nice and easy. That was forced. So that's one of the tricks of this game, I think, is never force a pass. Let it happen on its own. Let it happen naturally. Like that was natural. That was easy. What's interesting about that is Bele, it's making sometimes that's enough to send a defender off, throw him off, just to do a little deke, simple deke. Now I'm running Koundé. I usually pass Koundé forward, up back. Oh, so that's a great defensive play. What he did was, and now stay on that guy. Don't let Love through the wing. Never always watch that line. Because once a guy gets through the wing, now he can dish to the center. See how I'm using my forwards? Because now my defense is in shape. Like, oh, I don't have to worry about, oh, there's a defender not back, and now I got a hole in my defense. A little too high on that shot. And then usually when you're playing seasons, you're 60-some minutes in, it's 66. You want to start taking your tired guys out, especially your defense. So Saliba is pretty tired, so I'll put Pavard in for him. And then I have a right back here. Let's put Klaus in for Upamecano. It's still not the right formation. 4-3-3. Okay, good. So we're all set. That's great. And let's go back to the game. Remember to pressure the ball all the time, but basically with one, maybe two guys. Always, leave your midfielders to press the ball and your wingers to press the ball. Fullbacks are last resort, especially the center fullbacks. Don't touch them too much. There's exceptions, but it's got another long pass. You press that button hard, right? Little toe move there. So I try to spread a defense out. So we can learn about playing defense by being on offense. Like, so I just send Koundé again. He's so quick. So I'm looking for penetration. I got it. And that's a pretty good shot. I thought I was going to make that. So sometimes when you pressure like that, see? That pressure was great because he made a big mistake. almost had an open shot from the bottom. So in defense, pressure is the name of the game. I like an inward swinging corner, and the guy that has all the talent is. Hey, hon. Oh, bye, hon. Good luck. Yeah, good luck. You all set? Did you do your stuff?
Yeah, all set. Oh, shit, no, I'm forgetting stuff.
Oh no, don't do that. Well, what I was going to say is Kunde is the guy that's really good at getting corners and putting them in the home. So make sure you have a guy back, and then Theo can pester because he's fast. Have your fast guy pester the most. See, because he can recover. See how he recovers, and it just gets the body in front. It makes it really hard for the guy to advance the ball. Okay, what's your line? There you go.
Quarter of an hour remaining here.
That's sloppy play. Take two is a really good idea, hon. Because then you can write on one and she could have a copy.
Here's Mbappe.
I'm trying to send these guys and create confusion. So what's really tough on the defense is when you have multiple guys running, you don't know which guy to cover. And that's the biggest defensive problem in FC25. Two guys running, forget it. It's really tough. And there's also a trick you can do with these superstar strikers, which I have not figured out yet, but you can get them running and have the whole team run around their run. I've seen it done to me. I haven't been able to do it, but basically the whole team follows the striker on his run and supports him. He's running without the ball, and then you basically hit him whenever he's open enough to take a shot. Always have forwards. Get Theo to get that head on it. Send the guy. Send the guy. Send.
Losing possession here. Love. Woods with it.
Get these midfielders to do the work. Get Coman. Pressure. Midfielder.
Wally.
And you can't get the selection doesn't turn out to be the right one and use right stick switching. That was okay defense because the only thing I left him was a direct shot at the goalie. There really wasn't really need. Try to anticipate what he's going to do, have your lineup, and a low kick. And just send it. I'm sending these guys. This is South Africa. Be on the ball, giving them no peace. So, since this is about defense, let's just give him the ball. Right? So when you can't get three guys in line, you get two. When you have a breaking winger get two. See now, the backward move is trapped. Kunde is trapping him, giving him no way around. So it's like stopping the back door. Hold this guy in. Rabio. I had an easy goal if I could have hit Mbappe. Couldn't quite hit him. See, toe on the ball? You don't have to be a superstar. Just create a little bit of havoc. And the guy will make mistakes. So the way to win in defense is create mistakes. Let the other guy create mistakes.
Dembele.
Oh, so there's another trick is I sent a runner, but what he did is he blocked the guy's body, and so I couldn't succeed in my run.
Camavinga.
Good luck, on. Look up. Up. Come on. Come on, crazy dog. Good boy. So I thought I had that shot. It's a pretty good shot, I think. Game's almost over. This is an outswinging. So, yeah, I'm going to do Klaus. He's pretty good at kicking the ball. I'm going to be looking for Theo. So Theo's the blonde-haired guy, and he does this bicycle kick that's a killer.
Corner kick played in. Not all that convincing defensively. Getting a strong fist on the ball.
So even when you don't have the ball, you could still call a guy in to come help you out, which I think is really important. Anyway, there are some defensive things to keep in mind. Try to keep 3 guys in a line, spread out just the right spacing when you have a winger or a center coming down with the ball. Don't let wingers inside, against the line, the outside lines. Don't let them get by. Your fastest guy your fastest fullback should be bothering the ball, and your slower fullbacks should be staggered so that you got one guy up, one guy back. And that's some good generalizations of how to approach defense. Just take a look at the match statistics. 21 shots is pretty good for France. 8 expected goals. 90% pass accuracy, so that's a pretty good game. And okay, that's it. So see you in the next game.